across to our guests who are joining us this evening. Anand Kumar is founder of Super 30. Sanjeev Rajora, I beg your pardon, is owner of the Time Kota Coaching Center. Manu Vashishtha is an IIT JEE aspirant, and advocate Anubhash Srivastav Sahai is president of the India-wide Parents Association. We also have Nayan Parekh, who's an educationist, who is joining us on the broadcast. I think it's only fitting that we start this conversation. Competition is tough. We live in a country with 1 billion plus people. It's extremely competitive to crack any exam in this country. Forget IIT JEE. So the competition is tough. I understand that, Nayan Parekh. I want to understand whether it is Kota and the way coaching takes place in Kota that is at fault, where there is so much pressure and so much expectation that if you don't clear one exam, if you don't do well in one test, you feel it's the end of the world? Or is there pressure from the family as well? Is there pressure of disappointing the family as well?
The pressure is from the family, from the peer group, from the society also. I would not blame only coaching institutes. They too are responsible. They too are responsible, and authorities and government. But parents are also responsible equally.
This question was actually for Nayan Parekh. Anubha, do stay on with us. Yes, I understand what you're saying. No issues. We'll try and fix your video as well. Nayan Parekh, this question was actually for you. Yes. You're an educationist. Yes. Have you been able to figure out why Kota is making headlines almost every second week for a student suicide?
In Kota, in fact, if you see in last 10 years, every month we are losing one suicide. It's serious. And I feel that the pressure starts first from the family. Family expects a lot from the student without looking at
capability. So, if it is your dream to send your child at IIT, whether the child is ready for that or not is first. I think second is because Kota kind of, very significantly increases chances of getting into IIT. It is a high pressure kind of a coaching class. And without that pressure, perhaps a student would not actually qualify for IIT. In fact, I remember my own case. When I took admission at IIM Ahmedabad, I was a commerce graduate. And I was here competing and benchmarking against IIT graduates. And the first 2 terms of the first year were extremely kind of, pressuring me. Because you are trying to do your best, you are trying to see that now that you have gotten admission into IIM, at least you continue with that. Hello? Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you, Nayan. Go ahead.
Yes. So I feel that is kind of, pressure that they face. And even I faced it at IIM, but I feel at IIM Ahmedabad, but I feel that the right amount of pressure is important. Second, are we at the coaching class observing our student all the time? Not only that the student attends the class or not, but is he depressed? Is he under pressure? Is he resilient or not? What is his aptitude? So I think at all the Kota coaching classes, we must make this compulsory for them to observe and introduce these kind of sessions where psychologists come and talk to them, find out if they are depressed, find out if they are really motivated. That is as important. And I think we do it for all, even sports personalities, that they are given physical training, but at the same time, they are also psychologically prepared for a tough fight. Our students at Kota perhaps also must get that kind of psychological coaching and support so that they can face the failure. They can face a difficult situation where most of their peers or their classmates are doing well while they are failing. They must be told as to how to put your best and then to accept what comes. I think that can start from the family. It can be enhanced at the coaching class. It can be done before they are admitted to the coaching class in terms of aptitude test. It has to be a continuous exercise where you handhold the child who is 17 years old, preparing for a tough fight. There might be battles that he would lose to win the war of finally getting into IIT. We need to be with that child and continuously tell him that his self-worth is much above whether he gets admission into IIT or not. And there are so many success stories of students who have not done IIT
you say pressure is
and still
good.
done exceedingly well.
Mr. Parekh, you say pressure is good because that's the only way you'll survive the competitiveness at an IIT or an IIM or at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, India's top institutes. I get that, but this is punishing pressure. This is pressure that is pushing you to your death. Manu, I'll give you 10 seconds. That is a message that doesn't seem to go through, because if you look at student suicides across this country, I've just given Manu that figure, 42 student suicides every day in this country, and not just in Kota, across this country, which means mental health of students is something we are not talking about, despite the fact that there has been a substantial increase in the number of students committing suicide. In 2020, the data that has come out from the NCRB is telling us that. Yet, mental health is not something any one of us is comfortable talking about, especially when it comes to young people.
The stakeholders would need to start working immediately. Parents looking at the students' capacity, the coaching classes, they will have to start group exercises so that the students have to intermingle. Like at IIM Ahmedabad, I think I was teaching accounts to engineering students. I was learning production from them. And that also forged our friendships. So we could talk to each other, shared our difficulties. Mental health is most important, and I think government also needs to regulate that the coaching class is doing it in the right earnest. And I feel that finally we need to tell the students that it is okay to fail. And every failure is kind of a path to another success. As you rightly said, IIT or IIM or Institute of Excellence is not the only way to succeed in life. And there are 10 million other ways to do that. I think these things are important, and we will have to do it at all the levels. Government will need to pass the bill at the earliest and actually see to it that it is implemented.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. Learning how to accept failures is a great education. And I think all parents in schools and coaching institutes should impart that education to their students and their wards. Your education cannot be that merciless. Your education is supposed to make your future better, your life better, not end your life. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Manu, all the very best. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to thank all our other guests for joining us as well.